us, it's fabulous. The 1999 Eurovision Song Contest, Saturday at 8 on BBC One.
No talking, no nothing. Can't even hear his voice.
I miss being with Claire. I miss being around her with our little baby growing inside her.
Raising a family under the sea.
Nick's only actually seen her for about 3 weeks of her life.
HMS Splendid, tomorrow 9:35 on BBC One.
Tennis now on BBC One. Highlights of the action from the first round of the French Open, introduced by Sue Barker.
Good evening, welcome to highlights of day.
Hours ago, a helicopter ditched to the North Sea.
When their world falls apart.
They found a body.
I need answers as quickly as possible.
Loss of life on this scale can shake even the most experienced.
One woman picks up the pieces.
Our first priority is identification. I want to see him. Can I see him?
You're talking about mid-air structural failure.
Ultimately, all we can offer these men and their families is the truth.
Silent Witness. New feature-length drama, Bank Holiday Monday at 9 on BBC One.
And the new issue of the Radio Times joins Amanda Burton on the set of her latest case, and also includes complete listings for all television and major satellite channels. BBC News 24 takes BBC One through the night in a couple of minutes after a look at the weather with David Brain.
Hello again. Yesterday's highest temperature was 19 degrees, some very pleasant sunshine in the more southern counties of England and Wales. And we can see on that very much earlier satellite picture, that's where the best sunshine was, and we had as much as 13 hours of sunshine in Folkestone. Now we're in for a real change over the next few days as warm air drifts up from the near continent, and that's going to give us some quite high figures, 24, 25 degrees for a while through Thursday and Friday, before it all starts to cool down as we move into the weekend. The forecast for Wednesday doesn't look too bad for many sheltered eastern counties, but rather dull, rather cloudy, rather damp for many west-facing areas, more persistent rain for parts of Northern Ireland and into southern parts of Scotland. It doesn't really change much through the afternoon. I think in the southeast we'll probably see the highest figures of as much as 19 or 20 degrees, but in the rain a little higher than 15 or 16. Now for the cricket, I think in Taunton we're looking at temperatures as much as 17 or 18. Bit of a dull, damp start, but improving through the afternoon. And if you are going to watch that cricket match or staying in the south where we do see some sunshine outside, then we're looking at a sun indices of between 4 and 6, 6 being the highest along the south coast. Now Thursday's forecast brings the change as these thundery outbreaks of rain move up from the south. But look at these temperatures, as much as 25 in London. Bye for now.
We'd just like you to think before calling out your doctor. If it's an emergency, please do. But if it's not, please don't. It'll give us more time to treat someone who may need our help. Just that little bit more.
Ready to order some?
She's one of our best.
She's much more glamorous than she actually
lets herself be.
If you want to change, you've got to do it from the inside.
But behind the laughter, whenever I think of her, she just makes me smile.
Have you got an incurable disease, or is it just the cellulose milk?
Is a very private individual.
I love coming down here. When I come in, I'm nervous. It's wonderful.
Our Julie, next Wednesday at 9:35 on BBC One.
Danger, danger, we've been hit. 1,500 passengers on board. Not enough lifeboats. Could a disaster at sea 3 years before Titanic have saved the lives of 1,500 people? Find out on Time Watch, Saturday 8:15 on BBC Two. The History Zone, bringing history to life.
BBC News 24.
You're watching BBC News. The former England rugby captain Lawrence Dallaglio says he was lying when he told two newspaper reporters he was a drug dealer and drug user. He said he was just trying to impress them. He was being naive and foolish. He did admit, though, to taking drugs as a teenager.
Full of apologies and full of shame. This was not the dynamic and charismatic Lawrence Dallaglio usually seen at Twickenham. But he said it was the honest Lawrence Dallaglio. He'd misled the two undercover News of the World reporters who'd posed as business people.
I did lie during the course of the discussions with reporters, and I can give you no sensible justification for doing it. I feel totally humiliated in having to acknowledge that fact now. However, I've not lied to my family. I've not lied to the RFU. I've not lied to WASPs, my club, and I'm not going to lie to you here today.
The undercover journalists, said Dallaglio, boasted about taking drugs themselves, and he seemed to feel the need to establish his own street credibility.